Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready to tackle this whole quitting smoking thing. To see you've got your research game on point with all these guides.
We're going to break it all down.
Yeah.
Make it super clear and easy to use.
So you can finally kick those cigarettes to the curb for good, right?
All right, let's dive right in. One of these guides said something that really jumped out at me.
It basically compared nicotine to some pretty hardcore stuff.
It really is hardcore. It's true.
Like we're talking...
The guide's not exaggerating.
Yeah.
We're talking on par with cocaine and heroin.
Oh, wow.
And the thing is,
Right.
when you light up that cigarette, that nicotine, it hits your brain in just 10 seconds.
2 seconds. Really?
I knew it was fast, but
It's that fast.
that's incredible. See, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Willpower alone, sometimes it's just not enough.
Exactly. And that's why
Yeah.
you crave a cigarette almost instantly.
It's not about being strong. It's like you said, it's about
Right.
outsmarting your own biology. Your
Yeah.
brain is wired.
To chase that reward.
Wow.
And that's where understanding this whole thing about how nicotine kind of hijacks your brain comes in. You know, have you ever heard of neurotransmitters?
Vaguely. It's something to do with the brain, right?
Exactly.
It has to do with your brain.
So think of neurotransmitters like messengers in your brain.
They're responsible for all sorts of things.
Okay.
Including, those feel-good vibes we all crave.
Right.
Nicotine messes with these messengers.
Basically, it hijacks your brain's reward system.
The part that makes you feel good.
So it's like it's hitting the fast forward button on those good feelings,
Precisely.
and then you're hooked.
And it's not just the physical craving you got to contend with.
Right.
It's more complex than that.
One of the guides, PDF-1, breaks it down.
Okay.
It talks about the different ways you're connected to cigarettes.
Physical, behavioral, and psychological.
We touched on the physical.
Right.
But those other two, they're really important too.
So what's going on with those, with behavioral and the psychological connections?
Well, think about all the rituals you associate with smoking.
Maybe it's that cigarette with your morning coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Or lighting up after a stressful meeting.
Right.
Or even just the way it feels in your hand.
It's like a comfort thing.
These are those behavioral connections.
Habits that are just ingrained into your routine.
It's more than just a physical need. It's woven into your day-to-day life.
Exactly.
Okay, and then the psychological.
That's about how you use cigarettes to cope with emotions.
Oh, okay.
Stress, boredom, loneliness.
Right.
You might reach for a cigarette without even thinking.
Just out of habit almost.
But the way to manage those feelings.
It's like a crutch. Wow. Okay, so we've got all these different factors at play.
No wonder quitting can feel like such a challenge, right?
You know what?
We're going to get into how to tackle all of
And
this.
how to make those cravings work for you, not against you.
So stick with us.
Stay tuned.
We'll be right back after a quick break.
So it's like cigarettes become your go-to for everything.
It's true.
No wonder it's so tough to quit, But I mean,
Let's talk about what happens when you do finally decide, okay, I'm done.
I'm kicking this habit.
What's that like? I'm guessing it's not all sunshine and roses, right?
Yeah, you're right.
There is a bit of an adjustment period.
Often called withdrawal.
Okay.
But don't let that word freak you out.
Right.
It's temporary.
And knowledge is power, right?
Right.
Knowing what to expect can make a huge difference.
Okay, so forewarned is forearmed, right?
Yeah.
Hit me with it. What kind of withdrawal symptoms are we talking?
So PDF-1 actually has...
A really comprehensive list.
Okay.
You might feel some anxiety,
An increase in appetite.
difficulty concentrating,
Yeah.
maybe some trouble sleeping.
Okay.
Some people even get headaches, coughing fits, or even like flu-like symptoms.
Wow. Okay. Not exactly a walk in the park.
No.
But you did say it's temporary.
How long does this usually last?
Good news is?
The most intense period.
Yeah.
Usually only lasts about 2 to 4 weeks.
Okay. So that's manageable.
It's knowing there's like an end in sight.
Exactly.
But I want to talk about the good stuff.
Yes.
Let's talk about those health benefits.
Because we hear so much about it.
Yeah.
Like, when does that start kicking in?
You might be surprised.
To learn how quickly your body actually starts bouncing back.
Okay.
Like 20 minutes.
Wow.
After your last cigarette, your blood pressure and pulse are back to normal.
20 minutes.
It's-
Seriously, that's incredible.
It's true.
Wow.
Your body is incredibly
It
resilient.
starts healing almost immediately.
That's amazing.
And it gets even better after a year.
Of being smoke-free, your risk of heart disease is cut in half
Half.
compared to if you were still smoking.
That's huge.
It is huge.
Wow.
And by the time you hit 15 years,
Okay.
your risk of coronary heart disease.
Yeah.
Same as someone who's never smoked.
Okay, so that's serious motivation right there.
Right.
But, those first few weeks,
We've got to get through those.
what are some practical things?
That people can do to deal with.
Those withdrawal symptoms, those cravings, these guides have some tips, right?
They do.
They offer some really, really clever strategies
Got it.
to help you through those tough moments.
And one guide, PDF3,
Yeah.
it uses this handy little acronym to help you remember them.
Okay.
DEEDS.
DEEDS.
Yeah. Think of it like,
Your own personal action plan
I like it.
for beating cravings.
Okay, so break it down for me.
All right.
DEDS.
So D is for delay.
Delay.
The urge to smoke usually passes within minutes.
Even if you don't give in.
So next time a craving hits, give yourself 10 minutes before lighting up.
Just hold off. Ride it out.
You might find that it fades on its own.
Distract yourself.
Exactly.
That makes sense. Okay.
What about E?
E stands for escape.
Escape.
If you're hit with a really strong craving,
Yeah.
physically remove yourself from the situation.
Okay.
Go for a walk. Step outside. Get some fresh air.
Even just move to a different room.
Changing your environment can
Right.
really help shift your mindset.
I love it. Get out of Dodge.
Okay, right.
Exactly. What's the first E?
The first E is for exercise.
Exercise, all right?
Even a short burst of activity
Okay.
work wonders.
Yeah.
It's not just about getting your heart rate up.
Right.
Exercise releases endorphins,
Yes.
those feel-good chemicals
Right.
that can combat cravings and boost your mood.
So ditch the cigarettes and pick up the dumbbells.
There you go.
I like it. Okay, what about D?
D is for drink water.
Drink water.
Seriously, it works wonders.
Okay.
Staying hydrated, it helps flush out those toxins,
Mm-hmm.
but it can also really help curb those cravings.
Okay. H20 to the rescue. Simple but effective.
Exactly.
All right, bring on the S.
S is for substitute.
Substitute. Okay.
Remember those behavioral connections we talked about?
Yeah.
This is where you outsmart them.
Okay.
Find a healthy substitute for those hand-to-mouth habits.
Okay.
Chewing gum, carrot sticks.
Right.
Even just fiddling with a pen can help.
It's all about finding those healthier ways to cope
Exactly.
and changing those habits.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm really starting to see how these deeds can make a difference here.
They absolutely can.
It's actionable advice.
It is. And you know what?
Yeah.
These guides are full of even more tips.
Really? Okay.
Like one of the things that really stood out to me was this idea of changing up your morning routine.
Interesting. Okay, how so?
Think about it.
Okay.
If the first thing you do is reach for a cigarette with that morning coffee,
Right.
what if you shake things up a bit?
Okay.
Have some tea instead.
Yeah.
Go for a walk.
Yeah.
Meditate. Anything to kind of disrupt that automatic association.
And hit the reset button.
Exactly.
I love that.
Change it up.
And another one that I thought was really interesting,
Okay.
using things like carrot sticks or gum as substitutes, right?
Right.
Sounds so simple,
Yeah.
but it's a really clever way to satisfy that hand to mouth.
Those physical cravings.
Without reaching for the cigarette.
Right. And you know, another thing PDF1 really emphasizes
Yeah.
is the importance of actually tracking your triggers and cravings.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So by keeping a journal or making a note on your phone,
Mm-hmm.
you might start noticing these patterns,
Interesting.
right? Like certain times a day, social situations,
Okay.
or even like specific emotions
Right, yeah.
that trigger those urges.
So if you know your triggers, you can be ready.
Exactly.
Right, okay.
And speaking of taking control,
Yeah.
we should talk about the medications that can help with quitting.
Okay, yeah, because some people feel like that's like the easy way out or something. But
And it's not true at all.
no, not at all.
Addiction is a complex medical condition. There's no shame in getting a little extra help.
Exactly. So what kind of medications are we talking about here?
Well, there are a few different ones that have been proven effective.
Nicotine replacement therapy, you might know it as NRT,
Yeah, I've heard of that.
provides a low controlled dose of nicotine,
Okay.
but without all those other harmful chemicals.
So it's kind of like weaning yourself off gradually?
Exactly.
That's
There are
it.
also non-nicotine medications like bupropion and varenicline.
Okay.
Those work by targeting those neurotransmitters we talked about,
Oh, right.
reducing cravings and making smoking less rewarding.
And PDF3 actually mentioned that these are available through the VA, so
Oh, that's great.
that's fantastic news for veterans who are looking for support.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, that's awesome.
And beyond medication,
Yeah.
don't underestimate the power of, social support.
Yeah, your people.
Yeah, surrounding yourself with people who get it
Right.
can make all the difference.
It's all about building that support system.
It really is.
Whatever you need,
Exactly. And, PDF3 highlights some great resources.
Yeah.
Like Smoke-Free VET and the Stay Quit Coach app.
Oh, cool.
Those are designed specifically for people quitting smoking.
Awesome. So There are resources out there.
There are.
They're ready to support you.
They are.
This has been awesome.
We've covered so much today.
We really have.
And it's incredible. It's about so much more than just willpower.
It really is.
You know what I mean? It's about understanding the addiction.
Having a plan, and like you said, utilizing those tools and resources.
Exactly.
Being kind to yourself along the way.
It's a journey.
And to all of you listening, who are about to embark on this journey.
Yes.
Remember, you're not alone.
You're not alone at all.
Those benefits that we talked about.
Yes.
Those are waiting for you.
They are. And you know what?
Your body will literally start healing.
Within minutes
Yeah.
of that last cigarette.
Amazing. All right, so now that you've got this toolbox of strategies.
That's right. It's time to put them into action.
Yes.
What one trigger are you going to tackle first on your journey to becoming smoke-free?
That's a great question to think about. And on that note, we're going to wrap it up here.
Sounds good.
For this deep dive. But keep exploring those resources.
And remember, don't be afraid to ask for help.
Celebrate those milestones, big or small.
That's right.
You've got this. We'll see you next time.